Is it? Oh, that's gonna put a twist for the race. But yeah, have you gone live or?
Yeah, we are live. We are.
Alright. There we go. Just go.
So who do we have on their lap? We've got Ross G on his first lap, who's actually invalidated it. So who do we have next? We have Jossel on his lap. Who's next out?
We have Max Limitless coming to the line to start his first lineup. Oh, someone's purple through sector 1, and that is Rogers purple through sector 1. But we have D-Mac coming to the line, but is invalidated.
Yeah, D-Mac's invalidated his lap. BT Nuts
so
is
is
on
Ross. The next one across the line will be Temp. Temp will be the first one to cross the line with a proper lap. If he does not invalidate the last corner, which he doesn't. Oh, and there's yellow flag turn 1.
103.9.
Yellow flag turn 1.
Yeah, I think one of the drivers.
103.9.
Good lap. So who's next? BT Nuts is next, I believe.
Jesse Formler goes pole.
Jesse, our championship leader in F2, is on pole.
Provisional pole for Jesse. Did well last time out.
We got Jossel.
We got Limitless, who is going to come to the line. What will Limitless set?
Watch out for Limitless. I raced with him one of my leagues.
He will set a 103.4. 2 temps up on Jesse.
Good lap time there from Limitless. I raced against him yesterday, and he is a quick driver.
Boss in the next one across the line. Will he be able to go quicker?
Good exit from Ross.
Comes across the line.
3.5. Good time.
103.5. That was a good lap. Next across the line will be Jesse. Jesse is coming to pits.
Rogers is on a lap. Oh, he's invalidated it.
Schofter is next across the line. Will BT Nuts hold him up?
No, he gets out of his way. Schofter, our commentator from yesterday, what time will he set in the end? It looks a little
He will
slower.
set 1:05.4.
1:54, not bad. Lewis G is just about to start his lap, I believe. Yep. The only person got on a lap is Palpatine, the Alfa Romeo driver.
Palpatine and Lewis is also on a lap. Goes Pepper through sector 2.
This could be quick.
This could be quick indeed.
Badge number 14.
Through the right-hander.
Number. Oh, he's invalidated
it invalidates its final corner.
It would have been a 103.452, so it would have been pole. It would have been pole if he didn't invalidate his laps. We've got to watch out for him. Who else?
But next one, 2 across the line will be Lewis. And Lewis is done a 46.2 in the second sector.
Rogers has put on the medium tyres in the pits. Interesting.
Rogers, but did he just set a lap? What? Oh, and Rogers, not Rogers, Lewis has just invalidated his lap time.
So one thing that I would mention here about Austria, the track limits are quite strict. We do have strict corner cutting on,
yes,
and they don't change, but the track limits around here are specifically tight. If you put a wheel on a curve, you'll probably invalidate your lap time. So it's basically going to be the driver that is the cleanest without invalidating their lap.
Well, Jesse has come out again to start their second flying lap. Will Jesse be able to get this on pole? Will this may be a penalty fest race?
It could be, but especially if some of the drivers were saying in the Discord chat that possibility of rain during the race, which we can't actually see as commentators. We can't see the forecast for the race.
If that happens, that will be enjoyable for us, but not for the drivers.
No, it won't be. It'll be the second race in a row here at Austria in PRL where we do have rain.
Well, it'll be rain.
Who is behind Jesse? I think it's one of the Ferraris. I think
it is Lewis.
Lewis coming in the pits.
Who is coming into the pits?
Yep.
So Jesse is coming into the. Wait, no, Jesse is coming across the line to start their flying lap. Going into turn 1. Do not want to run wide there.
Very good exit out of turn 1.
Or you will.
Let's see what his split time is in the first sector. He is a 1/10 up. He's purple in the first sector.
Purple in the first sector.
He needs to improve by about 2/10 to be on pole.
She trying to get
into the hairpin for Jesse. Keeps it nice and tight around the corner.
Oh, and there's been a spin for the Haas of Rogers.
Good exit.
Rogers has spun.
Oh no, he hasn't even set a lap yet. Watching here on Jesse, what's his split through the sector? He's still a 10th up. He's attempted nearly 2/10 up. If he gets a good final sector, this could be possibly pole. If he can keep the momentum up.
Going through the final corner. Oh, getting close to an invalidation there. Comes across the line and goes pole by 2/10 of a second.
Good lap from Jesse. So we've got Limitless on a lap, but he has invalidated.
BT Nuts is on an out lap. And D-Mac has gone purple through the second sector there.
Yeah, let's have a look at D-Mac as he comes across to the final couple of corners now.
We see Temp also. Oh, Temp's coming into pits.
No invalidation, looks good from D-Mac.
Coming to the line. And Temp. Oh, not Temp. D-Mac goes fourth.
1:03.6. Good time from D-Mac. Good time. BT Nuts invalidated. We have
the next
Jostle.
one across.
He's 4/10 up on his personal best. This is looking to possibly be a P5.
Oh, invalidates, final corner.
Oh no, he did a 1:03.9 as well. Oh,
invalidation, no. Final corner. That would have gone P5.
He's not going to be happy.
And Jesse is coming to the pits.
We got Lewis G on an outlap. Let's see what Lewis can do in that Ferrari.
The final corner start is first flying lap.
Yeah, Lewis has not set a lap yet, so he needs to go on in now so he doesn't use so many tyres up. But if it is a wet race, and these guys will be using all of their compounds up. If they know they're not going to have to use them during the race, they'll use all of their tyres up.
Will it get dry towards the end of the race, though?
Possibly, we don't know yet.
Or will it get rainy to the end of the race? We don't know that yet. It runs a bit wide into turn 4.
Yeah, keeps it nice and tight. He needs to stay nice and tight now to this next hairpin in order to get a good exit. Oh, that's pretty good from Lewis. It's looking good so far.
Limitless in I thought Limitless was going to start as well.
44.3, he's looking good. He's gone. Is that a flash of purple? I don't know. Let's see what time Lewis can set those. He comes towards the last two corners. Car number 92 of Lewis G comes to the final corner. No invalidation. Let's see what time Lewis can set across the line.
Oh, P3!
Ooh, very close. Good time from Lewis.
Very close to Limitless.
So who else on a lap? We've got Ross G on a lap, who's a 10th up on his personal best.
We have BT Nuts on a lap. Going through the final couple of corners for BT Nuts.
He's 3/10 up as well. This possibly could be a 1:04 flat if he gets a good exit.
Comes to the line.
Good lap, 1:03.8. Good lap from BT Nuts.
1:03.8 from BT Nuts.
Let's have a look at Ross. Oh, Ross had a poor second sector. He's 1/10 down on his personal time as he's going to keep going. Try and ace this last part of the track, and he spun it. Ross is absolutely spun.
Ross has spun.
What a catch though from Ross.
He's Max Verstappen.
He is Max Verstappen. One thing to note though, BT Nuts has done 2 laps on those tyres, so although he has improved, will that affect him to start the race? Possibly. We have Temp on a lap now, coming through the end of the second sector. He is 4/10 up on his previous best. This is looking like a 1:03.5. This could put him amongst the top drivers. And he comes out the final corner, no invalidation, looking good from Temp as he comes across the line.
P4!
1:03.4, good time. It's a very tight qualifying this.
Very, very close.
Alpadine's on a lap and he's just invalidated his time. Oh, not again. So who else have we got on a lap here? And D-Mac is spun in turn 1.
D-Mac has spun into turn 1.
If he's quick enough, he will have time to get round and do one more time. but does
They
he have another
have
set of
like
tyres?
in all three sectors.
There is. We have Schofter on a lap now.
We have Rogers coming to the line, and Rogers is going to set 1:13.4.
Is
He
that
did
a
spin
banker
though.
lap? Limitless is
And,
retired.
and Limitless is retired, thinking he won't go
No,
quicker.
he spun it. He spun it in sector 2.
Oh, he spun it in sector 2. But why would he still retain it then?
No, he may have actually like completely binned his car.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he may have.
Rogers is keeping up with his personal best time. I think he's going 2 laps in a row here. Let's keep on board with Rogers. We've got anybody else on the lap? We have Jesse.
Jesse is coming
He's
to
3
the final
seconds
corner.
slower than his previous best. So he's not
Coming
going
to the
through.
line.
Attempts in the pits.
Got
Tries
is
to
6
leave.
seconds slower.
Yeah, D-Mac's going to be coming into the pits. So we've got Rogers. It's just Rogers. He is 6 seconds. Oh, he's invalidated it. No, 6 seconds up on his previous best as well.
The next one across the line then will be Chofter.
So Rogers will be coming into the pits. Have a look at Schofter now.
Oh, Rogers is not coming to the pits. Rogers will be going out for another lap.
Another lap. He did a 1:03.5, so he's got the pace in that Haas. And he spun it. I think he's
and if he has to start on them tyres,
he's going to have to try his best to get back to the pits. We've got Jesse on our lap now.
Chofter coming to the line. Chofter is going to be coming to the line and it's going to be 6 seconds off. I don't think that.
No, he's starting his first lap now. So we have Jesse on a lap. What? Chofter's gone 3 laps on hard. I think these guys have run out of hard tyres, or soft tyres rather. Oh,
and Jesse runs it wide.
He's not invalidated though.
Invalidate.
But he won't be any quicker than his previous best. I think he's going to go
So next
slower there.
one across the line will be Big Josel. Josel will be the next one.
Yeah, he's 4 tenths up on his previous best as well. This could be a good sign.
Comes to the line. And sets 1:38, but still does not get himself higher than P9. So next one to the line will be Rogers. Oh no, Rogers will be coming to pits. Probably.
Oh, Jesse's spun. Jesse's retired. I don't think he can go any quicker.
Rogers is coming to the pits.
But Jesse has retired himself from the session.
And Chofter is also coming to the pit.
Yeah, so the only person I can really see putting a challenge up with these guys is going to be Lewis G. As he comes to start his next lap now. We'll ride on board with Lewis for this lap.
Yep.
Is
Through
Josh
10
on a lap? No, Josh is invalidated. So it's literally
Oh, and it's
just
invalidated! Lewis is invalidated
turn
10-1.
one. Will he
He
have time
ran
to get back
wide
to
on the
pits?
entrance.
He
He
will
ran
have
wide
time.
on the entrance.
Yeah.
That was actually.
He will have time
But-
to get back to the pits, but what will his tyres be like?
Bit Fadden comes to start his first flyer. His flyer.
Yeah,
D-Mac also comes to start his flyer. As well as
so I
Big
think
Josel.
Palpatine is going to be the first driver of this set of drivers to cross the line. Let's see what his first sector split is. He is a 10th up on his personal best, so looking good so far. Good exit out of turn 3 there.
Yep.
As he comes down to turn 4, the
Turn
tight
4.
hairpin. Keep it nice and tight to the inside using Fernando Alonso's number. Great exit. This is looking quick.
Comes through.
Comes up to the double left-handers now to not invalidate your lap.
Oh, and
He's
he's
invalidated it.
invalidated. So then the next one across the line
I
will
don't
be
think he'll have time to come in the pits and put another
Ross.
test on.
Ross will be the next one across the line.
Let's have a look at Ross. He's a little bit
Comes
slow. I
through
think
the final
he's going to
corner.
go for another lap, I think. It's much slower than his personal best.
5 seconds off.
Yep.
Definitely going for another lap.
D-Mac is another one. D-Mac's gone a
D-Mac.
very quick lap here.
D-Mac's gone
1:03.3.
second.
Good lap from D-Mac.
Pimped himself.
Who else on that?
Big
We've got BT
Josel.
Nuts. BT Nuts is on a lap now. A 10th
Oh,
up on his time.
And Ross has gone purple through the first sector. As I just saw there.
As we watch BT Nuts, doesn't invalidate his lap time. This can
BT
be
Nuts
improved
coming
from
to
the
the
current
line.
driver.
Or P8. So,
He does improve, but he
oh,
doesn't go anywhere
and
up.
Big Josel has spun.
Jostle spun. Yeah. Good spot there, Will. Lewis is retired. I think he just can't go any quicker. Who we've got on a lap? We've got Ross on our lap here. What's his second sector split? He's 2 tenths down.
Can he get that in the final?
Can he? He's got to really push.
Oh, and it's
Ferrari's gone his way. I don't think he can be... Oh, he's missed out as many cars. Palpatine has gone out.
Why didn't the car ghost?
No, it was Lewis G's car. And it wasn't ghosted.
Ross is coming to pit.
Ghosting is turned on, so I'm sorry for all the drivers that were affected by that. That is unfortunately the game. Not
wanting to ghost. It does happen sometimes.
Ross luckily wasn't on an improvement of a lap.
BT Nuts is coming to the line, and we'll be able to go for another lap. We'll get enough time to go for another lap. And BT Nuts goes 6.
Yeah.
I think it does not have enough ERS to go for another lap.
No, he's retired from the session as well.
Yes. So the next one to cross the line will be Chofter, who's on out lap. Will he get time to go across the line? Oh, and he gets across the line. Oh,
so
man.
Chofter will have time. He will be the last driver.
Spun. Rogers has spun. Rogers has spun. Rogers spun.
Don't retire on the track, please, drivers. Yeah, that's fine.
Retire in the pit lane, please.
Yeah, Chofter is improving his time so far.
And then the only two out on track, Jossel, and I don't think Josset is going to. So it's only Chofter now on a lap.
No, Jossel's on a lap. He did get across the line somehow. So actually, Jossel's going to get a tow. Down something straight.
Yes.
It's actually really helping.
As we're going to run, I'm going to run on board with Jossel. And Jossel runs wide and invalidates.
Yeah, so it's literally just Chofter now.
Does not want to invalidate. Is he up on his time? And Jossel spins anyway, so...
Yeah, so it's just Chofter, our last man to come across the line in qualifying for F2 in PRL.
And he invalidates his
time. Not another one.
Oh, so unlucky.
He improved his time as well. Unlucky.
For pole position will be Jesse. P2 will be D-Mac. P3 will be Limitless. P4 Lewis. P5 Tim. P6 BT Nuts. P7 Ross G. P8 Leaving Fedin. P9 Rogers. P10 Jersel. And P11 Chofter. And that
is your starting lineup for the race.
And Ferrari actually a 2-4 on the finish. So if they are in the same party, they could work together here. Both Scotsmen.
Absolutely.
In the Ferraris. Same with Red Bulls. Red Bulls could also work together. As they are near each other at the back of the grid, trying to gain some positions up the field.
We'll have to look into it. I think there is.
But Finney can't get a penalty for that because it wasn't his fault. Oh, it's raining! It's raining at the start.
It's raining. Yeah, we'll have to look into some of these instances at the end of the race, and we'll review it tonight, and we'll put the things out tomorrow. I think D-Mac did get in the way of Palpatine and Ross's lap, and their drivers are saying it was D-Mac, not Lewis.
I thought D-Mac was one who retired though, and then...
No, D-Mac wasn't retired, so...
The rain. People are complaining about rain in the Discord.
Yep, there is definitely rain here.
Depends who will get the better strategy. If it's going to dry up towards the end of this race, will it get heavier to go on to full wets?
Possibly. We'll have to see. We don't know. As commentators, we do not know the weather.
Wait, is formation lap on? Or is it?
Yeah.
Alright. No, formation lap was on.
So you wait for the lobby to load. Yeah, it is intermediate for the drivers. Yeah, every driver's on the intermediates. I don't reckon they got a choice actually.
No.
As they are on their formation lap.
And Ross has spun! Ross has spun on the formation lap!
Oh dear. Speed damage is turned off.
On formation lap at least.
Yeah, that could ruin a lot of people's races otherwise.
Yes.
But all 11 drivers are racing, which is good to see. No one is inactive. Unfortunately, we couldn't get Blue Boy in the lobby. Maybe something to do with his connection. We will have to work that out for the next race next week.
Oh, and Schofter made a mistake at the back. Almost went onto the grass on the formation lap. But Jesse is actually pulling a whip. Why is Jesse's trying to get a gap towards Matt's limit?
There's a massive
towards
gap. So
Limitless.
his tyres are going to be cold by the end of the race. The Ferrari that has spun.
Towards on the grid. There were too cold on the grid too.
It will be.
He should have backed up the grid a bit there.
Yeah.
Oh, and Lewis has been disqualified
He'll just
from the
straight onto
formation.
the starting grid.
That'll give him some cold tyres there.
So we have Jesse lining up on pole, D-Mac in P2, Limitless P3, Lewis P4. The Ferrari boys are close together, 10th P5, beating that 6, Ross 7, Palpadine 8, Rogers 9, Jossel 10, and Schofter is rounding off our starting grid here for F2 in PRL.
Luckily, most people can get points here. Only one person won't get points from this track.
So Rogers is a reserve driver, so if all the drivers finish, they will get points. As we have
There's
5 red lights.
It's not like
that. We wait for the commentators. We always have this as commentators.
It's lights out, away we go.
Jesse gets a good start for the line. D-Mac actually gets a very good start. Look at D-Mac. D-Mac's into P1 before the first corner.
D-Mac's into P1. What's happened to Limitless? Down into P5.
Limitless had a terrible start. Great start from D-Mac. As Lewis G's falls back to P11. Lewis G's had a horrible start in the Ferrari. As we have Temp going for a move on the inside of Jesse. Yeah, too much, too tight there. All the drivers currently looking.
And BT Nuts gets past Temp.
Yeah, Lewis has also got a move on Schofter. No damage for Lewis, which is good for him. Schofter is rounding off the field again.
Temp goes for the move on BT Nuts.
Oh, these two are battling.
And gets him moved on.
It's a three-way battle here. All these drivers are really tight. These intermediate conditions are very, very tricky for our drivers here today.
It does look like there's a bit of sun.
It does, so possibly it may dry up towards the end. As we have D-Mac in P1. It's a great getaway from D-Mac. Whether Jesse bogged down on his start or got a bit too much wheel spin, we don't know, but it's a great start from D-Mac into P1. We have Palpadine and Rogers, the closest pair together on the track.
D-Max at 119.3 in the wets.
As everybody comes across the line to complete their first lap nice and cleanly, so no one's in the pits after the first lap. And considering this is intermediate conditions, I'm very surprised that we have no damage so far.
And it looks like a bit of drying up.
It could be. It's the strategy for the Inters is you do have to stop because they won't last the whole entire race. But as Will rightly said, if it dries up, strategy could be a big play in this race today. Whoever gets to jump onto dry tyres at the perfect timing could gain a lot of time today.
Yeah. Like yesterday, people went on from the... People just made perfect strategies and someone gained 3 positions because of it.
Yeah, it's all about judging it right.
It's going from inters to dries today.
It is.
So, and all the...
It's making sure the track's ready for it, because if you make the jump too early, you could not have enough grip, and you could end up losing yourself a lot of time if you do not make the call.
You could even spin out and retire.
Exactly.
By hitting into the wall.
As we have Jesse and D-Mac over.
Oh,
Jesse's right
talking about that, Schofter has spun.
Yellow flag for Schofter. Has he got any damage?
Schofter has spun. And Schofter does not look like he has any damage. Jesse sets the fastest lap of 1:15.1.
No, Schofter doesn't have any damage. It looks like he just spun on his own. As we have D-Mac and Jesse right close to each other. We've got Ted right behind Jesse now. Jesse is our championship leader.
Jesse will be trying to get the win here today to extend.
Down the inside.
Well, the
Good clean racing so far.
And DRS is not enabled in the wet conditions. No, so they will not have the assistance of trying to get
right behind him. Will he get down the inside?
Oh, and that's a late move.
Close.
This is a late move.
Giving each other good space.
Good space, good space.
Good driving, you two. So close pass on track.
The closest battle on track
is
is
great
actually...
for DMAC though. Because DMAC can just absolutely pull away here. We've got Joshua and Ross actually fighting close together. As Ross is ahead of Jostle.
It is easy to spin in these conditions, so you do try not to make one mistake, but it could easily
Especially
happen.
with the drivers who have traction control turned off as well.
Oh, 115-1!
As we have Limitless is on the right up close with BC Nuts. It's going to be very difficult to overtake here, because Austria normally is actually quite a good track for overtaking, but...
And Chofter spun again!
He's John again, he's not having a good race. He doesn't have any damage again, it just looks like he's just not that confident in the intermediate conditions, unfortunately, for Chofter.
Yeah.
Our commentator for our race yesterday. Unfortunate to see, but we've got Limitless and BC Nuts closest battle on track. We also have Lewis is actually right behind Jostle, I'd say that. Lewis is going for the move on the inside of Jostle. Down the inside, they touch, but...
Oh, squeezes him out!
They did touch.
Lewis went deep! Oh!
He did,
Does Lewis have damage?
I hope not.
Oh, Limitless! Oh, big Jostle.
No, he doesn't have damage, which is good, but...
It did sound a bit...
I think problem is Lewis was actually already in front of Jostle, so Jostle, in my opinion, actually should have pulled away because Lewis was in front. But if that needs to go to shooters, he will. We've got Limitless right on the back of BT Nuts now.
Sector 3! Red
Lewis.
Yellow flag, Lewis spun.
His tyres are lit up. No damage coming through, no.
And Jesse goes to 115-1.
Yeah, Jesse's fastest.
It's very
lap.
close between fastest lap.
Yeah.
Oh, and Lewis has almost spun again.
Having a look. Is Lewis spun again?
He almost did.
It's all about damage limitation now.
Oh, and Limitless is going for the move on BT Nuts.
Yeah, good move down the inside. Give each other space. Great move there. Well done.
Oh, and then Rogers tries to gain from it by trying to overtake BT Nuts.
Yeah, Rogers alongside.
And Rogers has got the move done.
Great move from Rogers. BT Nuts has lost 2 positions there. Which is unfortunate for him as Limitless is now up into P4. And we have Temp is actually closing down on Jesse here. Temp within 0.4 of a second now on the back of Jesse. But again, this is allowing DMAC to just create a bit of a gap now for these drivers around him.
The closest, it ain't actually that close. They're all equally apart.
DMAC's lost 0.4 now. DMAC was nearly a second up.
Did DMAC make a mistake?
Possibly. He's 7
and Limitless does a 1:14.8 from Limitless.
The pace of Limitless is now starting to show. Do not get confused, this is not TRL Limitless, this is our very own MX Limitless. I don't think TRL Limitless will be raising our leads. I think he's way too quick for that.
Oh, and Temp goes for the move on Jesse,
yeah,
which is letting DMAC get away.
No damage, it's all very clean so far. As Temp is still behind him, he's going to go for the move. On the inside, he does go for it.
Oh, backs out because of what happened.
Yeah. I think he was scared from what happened yesterday in F1.
Yeah.
He did almost the same move yesterday and got completely shoved off the track. So I think he's very wise that that happened. But if we look, this is helping Limitless a lot here. Limitless doesn't get out to the back of these guys. He's being that far behind.
I'm surprised no one has a penalty yet.
No, considering it's Austria. But for me, I don't know whether you think this will. For me, the track looks to be drying up. It doesn't seem to be a lot of spray on the track. So I don't know when it will stop raining.
But if you ride on board, when you ride on board, you can see the rain just splitting him down.
Yeah, it's not a lot, is it? But the spray is quite. There you go.
3 second time penalty for Rogers. I think penalties are more lenient when it's raining.
Possibly, but then again, the drivers aren't pushing as much. They're not pushing the track limits because they're being a lot more cautious.
As Rogers going for a dive on Limitless.
Give each other space, yeah.
Oh, and the tyres touch.
Right behind the wing of Limitless. Will he go down for the move on the inside? He's a little bit too far back in my opinion. Yeah, well done, Rogers. Nice safe drive in there.
And DMAC, as Jesse is closed in on DMAC a bit. and Temp runs a bit wide, I think that might have been a warning for Temp. As there's no more rain on the... There's no more rain coming down.
When is it going to be time to pit? Is D-Mac coming in? I think D-Mac's coming in.
They are coming in. I think this is too early. I think this is too early for him.
The leaders are in.
All of them are double stacking.
All of the drivers are in.
Some of them are going to be double stacking. But Alpha and May are double stacking.
Yeah, Jostle is not pitting.
Oh, front wing damage in the pit lane. Front wing damage has been taken in the pit lane. Lewis has stayed out.
Yeah, soft tyres.
3-second time penalty for Big Joe's. Oh, someone's changing the front wing.
So D-Mac has gone to the mediums. Limitless has gone to hard, so Limitless will be going to the end. This is interesting.
As Lewis has stayed out.
Yep.
You can't see rain coming off the tyres a bit though, what I mean.
So yeah,
you can see
this could actually really help Jostle and Lewis. Because these dry tyres may not be ready yet.
Oh, and there's a massive hold up for Chuff there in the pit lane.
Sector 1. Who is it? It's Ross G.
It's Force. No.
He's not got a front wing. He's going slowly.
I think he might be retiring, you know. I don't know, maybe. What? Why is he going so slow? Is his tyres overheated and that's what he's trying to wait for?
I don't know, but he's going ridiculously slow.
What is he? Is he going to try and take someone out?
I hope not.
He just stopped on track.
He has actually stopped on track.
That's a penalty, surely. Surely that's a penalty for him.
No, he's ghosted. Surely...
But he stopped on track,
he may have connection issues. We don't know.
Yeah, it might not actually be there.
Lewis is in the pits, and so is Jostle. So Jesse is in the net lead of this race on the soft tyres.
As we see, Jostle is going on to the
softs, and Lewis is onto the mediums. So the only driver I can see not making another pit stop is Limitless in P3. As we have D-Mac.
As there's a massive...
Talking about D-Mac's actually gone for the mover limit. He's P3. Oh! Beating us on the inside.
Did he make contact with Limitless?
There was contact with Limitless.
And Boss is stopped on track. Right in front of everyone. And why is someone else stopped on track? Someone else is stopped on track. Oh no, that was just going slowly. Why are people slowing down on track?
No, it's just Ross.
Is he retiring or?
Well, he said in the chat, I think there was an incident, but I don't.
Why is he not?
We didn't see it
his
yet.
His tyres are moving. How is his tyres moving when he's stood still? Oh no! Oh, he's been disqualified for parking in a dangerous location.
Yeah, so will
that bring out a safety car?
Now.
Will that bring out a safety car for?
Jesse is leading the race, but he does have a penalty as well.
That might be a safety car, you know.
I doubt it. We're looking at the back. We have Palpatine going for the mover. Limitless is struggling on those hard tyres, but don't forget he will not have to make another pit stop.
Yes, that is true. But if Jesse can get a big enough gap to... Oh, speeding pit lane! D-Mac, speeding pit lane. Why is he... Has he got wing damage?
Yeah, he does.
He's gone onto the hard compound tyres.
So D-Mac will be going to the end of the race now.
Will Jesse be able to get a gap to Limitless to be able to... As Jostle made a mistake and has lost 2 positions there.
Yeah, BT Nuts right on the back attempt now as well. This is almost like a complete role reversal of yesterday's race. Yesterday's race, you guys went from dry to inter. We went from inter to dry today.
Yes, and it did start raining a lot later, and it started getting dry a lot earlier. Yeah.
That's a close battle on track. We have Palpatine, Limitless, Jesse's just
set.
The race.
Oh, Rogers has set fastest lap.
Lewis has got a time penalty, so now they are on dry tyres. They're going to be pushing, and time penalties are a factor. As Limitless is making another person overtaken in Palpatine.
Oh, BT Nuts has
got a penalty as well. We'll have a look at the penalties. What penalties these guys have got?
Oh, so Lewis has just set the fastest lap of the race.
Mediums.
Oh, mediums! Mediums faster.
It can't be. This must be a very good lap for him. As Jostle goes down the inside of Palpatine. Good move from Jostle.
And Limitless, or was it just...
No, Limitless has fallen back now to P7. So after being in P3, because he's gone onto the hards, he's fallen back. I don't know whether this is going to work, because these soft runners are going to pull away massively from Limitless and possibly may gain a pit stop over him.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I'm guessing these guys in the soft will be going soft medium to the end. I can't see them doing any other strategy. Jesse posts another fast lap of the race with a 1:07.
Rogers set one of a 1:07.7.
Yeah, so Rogers, our F1 driver, is chasing down Jesse. So Rogers will not get any driver championship points, so anyone behind him will jump up a place, but he will take constructors championship points for the Haas team. And we have BT Nuts on the back of Temp. And we actually have Limitless as well, right on the back of Palpatine again.
There's a lot of arguing going on in the chat.
Yeah, we'll have to sort that out at the end of the race. Got nothing we can do now. We are racing.
Yes. As we see, Rogers has actually gone purple again in the second sector.
Yeah, so he is actually catching Jesse. He's not actually catching too much of Jesse. The gap's been about 1.5 this whole lap, so...
Oh, and he cut that corner.
Yeah.
That is surely a warning. But comes to the line. 1:07.2.
They are trading.
Whenever Jesse sets him. Yes, that's.
Yeah, Rogers another time penalty.
Rogers got another 3-second time.
So penalties, we have 3 seconds for Jesse, 6 for Rogers, 3 for BT Nuts, 3 for Jostle, 3 for Lewis, and 5 for D-Mac. So they will all have to come into account at the end of the race, apart from D-Mac, who, if he stops again, will have to serve it in his pit stop.
Yep.
Closest battle on track, we have Limitless and Palpatine again. And also Palpatine right behind Jostle, so these three are really trading positions here. As Limitless is actually doing very well to keep up with these guys on the hards. Considering he is on the hard tyre.
Indeed. As Jesse has gone purple in sector... Oh, and Jesse's got 3-second time
another
penalty.
time penalty that could hinder him at the end of the race.
That means Jesse's... What are the penalties looking like? Rogers and Jesse actually both have 6-second time penalties.
So the guys behind us are actually Temp in P3.
He got a lot of penalties yesterday.
Temp is actually in the net lead of the race.
And he has got... No, wait, he's on soft tires.
He's on soft, but he should set a fast lap of the race as well. So good lap there from Temp. If you look back in Palpatine and MX Limitless, that battle is the closest one on track. These guys are staying within 6/10 of each other.
The closest battle on track is actually BT Nuts and Temp. Isn't it? Oh no, it's not. Limitless is going to... This is a good track for overtaking. But...
Closest battle we have on track, still those guys. But it'll be interesting to see what actually happens now in regards to strategy, because the guys on the top will not be able to go.
Temp is the only one who has actually gone in the 106s.
Yeah, Palpatine gets another penalty as well. That will hinder him. But these guys on the softs will not be able to do that many laps. We have to, I reckon, about 12 laps before they have to pit again. So I would expect Lewis G to have to pit again, but he'll probably pit again for the softs at the end. But Limitless
will be the only one going to the end of the race. But will Jesse be able to get a pit stop ahead of Limitless?
Possibly, but Limitless is only 13 seconds behind Jesse.
As Lewis and D-Mac have both been given 3-second time penalties.
Yeah. So the stop round here is about 18 seconds. So currently Limitless is within that window by a long shot. He's only 13 seconds behind the leader, so he will...
If Jesse was to pit, he would come out in P8. Wait, no, it's Jesse. Yeah, Jesse would come out in P8.
Behind Schofter and D-Mac.
And if Limitless, Palpatine, and Jostle fight,
could hold them up.
Jesse might gain an advantage to be able to pit and still come out ahead of him.
Possibly, we'll have to see. But the gap, actually, Limitless is actually keeping it below. He's actually keeping it below 30 seconds.
Limitless is actually gaining a bit of time on Jesse.
He is indeed.
Just needs to get past these two before, as he's gone purple through the first sector. Limitless has.
Yeah, Palpatine's right on the back of. I'm sorry, Limitless is right on the back of Palpatine at the moment.
Closest battle on track, but Palpatine is probably going to go for the move on Jostle. That is a bit far back, and it was a bit fun.
Some very good racing. The Williams guys, if they're in the same party, could be helping each other out here.
Yeah, Jostle could be holding up Palpatine to let Limitless by.
Possibly. But he has struggled with being on the hard tyres. You would expect that because he has a lot less grip. But the window for the soft tyres is now going. So if we look at the gap to leader, Limitless is on 13.2. So Jesse has actually increased the lead. So Jesse needs to gain about 5 more seconds on Limitless before he makes a stop, which I don't think he'll be able to do.
Well, how long has Jesse has been on them tyres?
For 8 laps.
8 laps. They can go about 10 laps around this track.
Yeah, so he could probably stretch them to 12 if he's been good with his tyre management, but not much more. So, but the tyre they were going to, I'm guessing he'd be going on to the mediums towards the end. I couldn't see him going on any other tyre. As we have a very close battle, Palpatine's actually got past Jostle.
Palpatine's got past Jostle, and Jostle tries to fight back.
His position.
But it's Palpatine trying to get to the position back as Jostle. And they're going side by side through one of the most...
This is some great racing from these guys.
Great battling.
And Palpatine stays behind.
But, yeah.
This has got to be destroying their tyres. But look at Limitless as well.
It's closing in on Palpatine.
Could we see a move possibly into turn 1 at the end of the long straight?
Oh, Palpatine makes a little mistake. Which is letting Limitless... Oh, and it's been a mistake on 5.
Limitless is right behind him. I reckon he'll wait for the end of the big straight. He won't do it here in turn 1. Good exit from Limitless. He's right on the back now of Palpatine.
And
surely we're going to see a move.
Palpatine is actually good. No, we're not. It's purple through sector 1. Palpatine is purple through sector 1. That might mean. As we've got all on the back of each other. This is the closest battle on track currently. Palpatine is going to try and go for the move on Jostle. Good defending there.
This is an incredible battle to watch, you guys. You guys are going to watch this stream back, but very good racing.
This is going to let Jesse, though, get an advantage from it. And Palpatine has actually been given a pit stop strategy to pit this lap onto another set of softs.
I don't think it will do. I'll definitely be going to the end of the race because they've only got 16 laps left, so softs I don't think can last.
They will not get them to the end of the race. Does that mean Jesse's got pit stop to go
most likely
to the end to got to pit this lap?
Most likely.
Like you said, 10 laps on the soft is how they usually
go.
Again
into the hairpin. Goes around the outside. Will he make the move stick? Oh, I can see a little bit of impatience coming in. He's trying to complete different moves. Lap after lap. Will we be seeing the leaders coming to the pits this lap? Possibly.
No, we won't.
Jesse, not from Jesse.
No, we won't.
And not from Rogers.
We'll technically come into pits.
Maybe
3 seconds happening from Rogers.
No, temp's still going. So I reckon they're taking these laps for at least a couple more. I would say.
Yeah. I don't think any one of them will be coming into pits.
But Joss has actually put out a little bit of a gap now with Palpatine, so it gives Limitless a bit of a chance.
I think they'll be pitting lap 21 maybe.
I would say so. I reckon between 21 and 24 would be their pit window.
21, 22 maybe.
But if a driver has another set of softs left, they could possibly go soft.
Oh, and Limitless! Oh, Limitless is trying to go for the move.
Good move.
On Pavdine. Oh, but Pavdine has defended well.
He has. This has been the spot where these guys have been going for every single lap. Will Limitless go down the inside? He's trying it. He's passed.
Yes, he will.
Oh, they made contact. No damage.
No damage. But Troft has been given a first in template for speed in the pit lane. And what will Troft be going to? Troft will be going to the hards. Did he have no more mediums left?
Possibly. He could have had no mediums left.
Because mediums can definitely go 16 laps.
Yeah, I didn't see him go onto the mediums though. But he is now going to be lapped by the leaders. He's had a bit of a... He did spin twice in the intermediate conditions, unfortunately, for
As Justin's been given a 3-second time penalty.
Yep.
BT Nuts is coming into the pit lane.
BT Nuts, sorry, is in the pit lane. He's gone on some mediums, as we expected.
Yeah, as we expected. Like 21-22, they would pit. So the leaders are most likely going to pit next lap. This lap, I mean. Or next lap.
Yep.
But Limitless has got past Pavdine. Limitless has got past.
He has, so we missed that. When did he get past? Possibly turn 1, I would suggest.
Down the straight, maybe.
Yep, so he finally got past.
Because he's not in DRS range of Jussel. He's not in DRS range.
No, so he probably got to gain the advantage. But this is the window now where the hards will be coming into their own, because these soft tyres will be incredibly worn. So Limitless will most likely be the quickest man out on track, apart from...
Jesse's staying out. Jesse is staying out. Yep. So is Rogers.
I could possibly see these guys going soft. If they have another set spare, these tyres have got 15 laps left, and they've already done 13 laps in their current sets, so I can definitely see these guys going on soft to the end, if their tyre wear is good enough for it.
The only people who don't have penalties are Limitless and Temp.
So Temp, to be fair, Temp, at the moment, if he can stay within 6 seconds of Jesse, Temp is going to be the race winner.
But Temp is 7.6 seconds behind.
Is he?
But he's gaining on Jesse.
The leader, he is 7.5. So if Temp can actually get within that window, he could potentially win this race. He can definitely overtake Rogers.
Oh, D-Mac made a mistake. Like his race have been bad already. D-Mac made a mistake.
Has he got damage? No, he doesn't.
No, he hasn't.
Keep racing, D-Mac. There are points on the board for you here. There's points for everybody on the board now. So
except for
Rogers, but he'll get constructors points. So everybody will get points.
Wait, will Limitless still get on the? Will Limitless still get on the podium?
Not in game, but he will get the podium points. Yeah. Yes. So everybody will be jumped up one position, no matter where they finish.
Do we interview Limitless for the podium then?
No, we interviewed Rogers because that's where he finished.
Yeah. All right. As you see, Rogers is coming into the pit lane. Rogers is coming to the pits.
And Temp into the
He's going on to another set of softs.
They can do it. Only 13 laps left. It is very much possible.
They've gone 13 laps on these set of softs.
Yeah, as Temp is also on softs. I thought this could be the case. That's why they've waited this long. As Lewis G has now jumped these guys, I would guess Lewis will have to pit again.
Lewis will have to pit again. Lewis cannot go to the end on them toes.
26 laps on mediums. I doubt it. Palpatine's on softs as well. But look at Limitless. Limitless, if he keeps on going on these tyres, is definitely on for the race win.
Yeah.
He's only 12 seconds behind Jesse.
When locked up a bit into that corner. And Jesse also has 6 seconds penalties, whereas Limitless has none.
I think Temp's going to be one of the drivers to watch out for as well, as Temp has no penalties to his name and is on a fresh set of soft tyres.
Well, let's see the penalties here. 9 seconds for Rogers, 6 seconds for Lewis, 6 seconds for Josel, 6 seconds for Jesse, 5 for Chofter, 8 for D-Mac, 3 for 15, and 7 and 3 for
Jossel's now in the pit lane.
Josel is in the pits, and Josel will surely be on to the softs.
Yeah, surely going for softs now. Rogers is
unless he has no more softs left.
Possibly, yeah, he's on softs.
Well, he is going on to softs.
Yep.
I'm surprised Jesse hasn't pitted yet. Jesse still has not pitted.
Yeah, he
15 laps.
Yeah, he
15 laps on them
not
softs.
Taking them to the end. Softs can't do any more than 15, 16 laps. I'll be surprised if his tyres are close to the edge now.
Yeah, 75% is when you start getting punctures.
Yep. Well, you see, Limitless is actually catching up to Jesse now. That's the window.
Is Jesse going to be coming into the pits? Yeah, Jesse is going to be coming into the pits.
Yeah, Jesse looks. Yeah, Jesse's in. He's going to soft to the end. So Look at the interval gaps. Closest battle is between Temp and Lewis G. Out on track.
FC Limitless is going to go into P1.
Yeah, Limitless now leads the race, but the thing is, those hard tyres are much slower than the fresh set of softs. So he will be a sitting duck if these guys can catch him. He'll be an absolute sitting duck. So Rogers.
Jesse is only 8 seconds off of Limitless. As see, Temp has gone for the move on Lewis and has made the move where?
Yeah, Palpatine sets fastest lap, so he'll be getting the extra point at the moment. So we've got to really keep an eye on that gap now between those top three. As we know Limitless is going to the end, but that gap will come tumbling down.
Rogers is gaining a lot of time on Limitless.
Yeah, because the problem is Limitless cannot pit now, because he will then come out in P6 and he will not get... He will literally forfeit all of his points. But these guys are catching by about half a second of that on Limitless right now.
Yep. Everyone is on the soft compound tyres.
Yep. Apart from BT Nuts and Lewis, who are on the medium. So I don't know why BT Nuts went on the mediums, unless he may have not had any softs left himself.
Softs like, oh, and Lewis just drifts through the second to last corner.
So close battle on the track. We've got Lewis and Temp. Consistent lap times, but the gap is now 8/10. Rogers took out of Limitless on that lap. 8/10 of a second. With 10 laps to go, he will be clearing him. But obviously, we have to add in the penalties.
Yes.
If we look at the penalties, Rogers has 9 seconds worth of penalties. So, Limitless can
the
just
only
let him
physical
pass.
The only person who could win this race without penalties will be Temp. Temp has no penalties.
No.
And is gaining a lot of time on the leader.
Yeah, so Temp needs to now really push himself. And the gap to the leader is 9 seconds, but obviously Limitless does not have penalties.
At this point,
effectively in
Temp
P2.
is...
He should be, isn't he? Yeah, he is.
Temp is effectively in P2.
But whether he knows that or not, I don't think he does, because he can ask his race engineer, but I don't know whether he actually knows how many penalties the guys in front have. So he has to push and not get any penalties. If he can come away from
no,
his race
because
no
on
penalties,
the thing you can see how many penalties you have.
Oh, can you? Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
can, can't you?
Yeah, that was an update.
Jostle gets a time penalty.
Jostle gets a time penalty, which puts Jostle up to 9 seconds. They are gaining tremendously.
They are. It's now only 3
Limitless.
seconds to Limitless. It's been 2 laps since they've been on these tyres, and they've already got up 2 seconds. With 8 laps to go, or 9 laps to go rather, I cannot see Limitless coming away with this. Because even with those 9-second penalties, those soft tyres are so much quicker than that hard compound.
Rogers is now on... Oh, Rogers is actually losing time.
Lost a little bit of time there to Limitless, but he needs... Last thing, he needs to push now before his soft tyres hit the window.
Limitless gets a 3-second time penalty.
Oh no!
Oh no! Temp is the only one who hasn't got a penalty currently.
If Temp can...
Gets within 3 seconds, this will be...
This would be an incredible race ring for Temp.
Best races... Oh, I accidentally shut my game.
He's got to keep it clean.
Temp.
All he has to do is basically not get a penalty.
Yes. And gain time at the same time. I think Lewis was trying to get a gap. Was trying to just pull away from Rogers, but gets a penalty.
Yeah, the gap is not coming down as much as it was when they were first on these tyres, so Rogers still does have to push. Because
the tyres are wearing off a bit now, but not...
Yeah, so if we look at the penalties, Limitless is leading everybody apart from Temp. As Jesse has 6 seconds, Rogers has 9.
BT also has 3 though.
Yeah. So I think that where these guys finish will not be where they actually finish in the end, as Limitless is on the back of Chofter. As I hope Chofter will get out of the way.
He's ghosted, so he will be able to go straight through him.
Yeah, he is.
Limitless actually gets DRS off Chofter.
Yeah, that'll help him a lot, but the gap is only 2.4 seconds now. 6/10 on that lap as Rogers has taken out of him.
And Chuck just stopped on track.
2.
Probably to let them all pass.
Yeah. Yeah, well done from Chofter. As we have the gaps coming down. The interesting
Jesse is actually... It's between Jesse, Rogers and Limitless and Temp. Because Temp is actually gaining a lot as Ross leaves the session. I think he wanted to leave then. I don't think he actually disconnected.
But we have... It's the gap between Limitless and Temp. So the current gap...
Oh, yellow flag, yellow flag, yellow flag! It's a Red Bull!
I think
it is. Yeah, it's Chofter getting away. It's because it's...
The gap, Chofter gets another time penalty. So the gap between Temp and Limitless is 8.2 seconds. He needs to get that down to 3 seconds to win this race.
Within the next 6 laps.
He's really got to start pushing now as Temp. But we have Rogers. But if Rogers and Limitless can start fighting each other, this can really help him.
Lewis gets a 3-second time penalty.
It still will be Limitless taking the win because of the penalties around. Because these soft tyres are now starting to come towards the end of their window.
Temp will currently be in P2. Which he would think from yesterday is a good result. As we see, Jostle has actually gained 2 positions on BT Nuts and... just on BT Nuts, but yeah, Jostle has got overtaken BT Nuts.
Gap is now only 1.4 seconds.
The gap between Temp and Limitless is actually under 8 seconds now.
Yeah, he's gained about 3-4 tenths of that lap. It needs to be more from him though. He needs to get within 3 seconds. And these drivers need to push now.
Oh, Rogers cuts that corner. That's surely a warning.
Yeah, he's still only got 9 seconds. I say only. So it will still be Limitless coming across the line to win this race at the moment as things stand. Unless these guys can overtake. But obviously, catching someone is one thing and overtaking is another thing. As Limitless will be defending for his life up front here. I don't think he'd just want to let these guys pass, so he doesn't want them to pull away. Because they can still pull away that gap.
Oh, and Lewis is... did Lewis get a drive-through? Or was Lewis just come into... Lewis was on the mediums.
He was.
So Lewis has come into the pits.
Yeah, I think he had to pit. He was never going to take those mediums.
Oh, yellow flag! And it's Chofter just stood still on track. He could have still got points today. But instead he's just stopped still. Chofter, you can still get points. Chofter, what are you doing? You can still get points.
Yeah, he can't hear us, but... Is he stopped?
Phoenix, if he gets disqualified, he won't get points. He can still get points. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Every point counts.
Up to him. Chofter's disqualified.
Up to him. He is disqualified.
It's a very intense battle for the lead. As Rogers has caught 3 tenths on that lap to Limitless.
Wait. Oh yeah, Chofter's left the session. As Rogers and the gap between Rogers and Limitless is 9 tenths, 8 tenths. Should surely get within DRS.
Yeah, we'll get within DRS range now. Limitless will be like a sitting duck on those old hard tyres. But this will help Temp. The gap between Temp and Limitless is now still 8 seconds. So Temp really needs these guys to start fighting now.
BT Nuts gets past Jostle. BT Nuts has got past Jostle.
Yeah, D-Max now got another time penalty as well.
Limitless is probably just going to get overtaken.
Yeah, I don't
by
think it'll be
DRS.
this lap. I don't think it'll be this lap.
Not this lap. Next lap, maybe. And Limitless is under pressure. But if these 3 fight too much, then Temp will be able to get within
he probably could be getting
3
seconds. 3 seconds, but there's only 3 laps left. He's got to gain a lot of time.
Jostle and BT Nuts are fighting a lot. BT Nuts is trying to look for a move, but cannot make a move.
Gap's only 7 tenths now between Limitless and Rogers, with Jesse also in that battle as well. We have Temp still has the gap at 8 seconds, so he's not actually gaining any time. He really needs to push. I don't know if he knows that he can win this race still. Rogers gets another time penalty.
No!
Oh no, not Rogers.
Oh, and Temp's getting a second! Temp has actually gained a second. Oh no, he's lost time.
No, he's
I thought he gained.
No, 8.2. So Rogers has effectively put himself out of this, unfortunately, with the amount of time penalties. So
well, it's still going to get P4. Rogers is still going to get P4, which is actually a good result.
It is a good result. But it's going to be... Limitless is definitely still on for this win 100% now, because Jesse, behind him, is only has 3 seconds more of time penalties.
Oh, Lewis gets another 3 seconds.
Lewis also has 12 seconds. Jossel has 15 seconds of time penalties. We did warn these guys for the start of the race.
Rogers made a mistake, which lets Jesse get closer.
We did warn these guys for the start of the race that time penalties round here are very, very common, so they need to be aware of that. Gap between 10th and the leader is 8.6, so he's losing time now. BT Nuts gets another penalty.
Oh, and D-Mac is actually trying to unlap himself.
He's allowed to do it. In fairness to him, he's allowed to unlap himself. He's on fresh soft tyres.
Oh, and Rogers has made a move. Rogers has made a move, which squeezes out. And Limitless.
Yeah, and Jesse gets past, but this doesn't matter for Limitless. It just has to stay
Oh,
within
and
3
Temp's
seconds.
gone slowly out that corner. I don't think Temp thinks it.
No, Temp's lost time now. I don't think he realises that he could possibly win this race, unfortunately. But it's still a good drive from Temp nonetheless.
He can still get P2.
He can still get a good result if he keeps on pushing, but Limitless will just... I reckon he'll just sit behind Jesse. Now use Jesse as a tow with DRS. He does not need to overtake. He just needs to stay within 3 seconds with 1 lap to go.
He will get the win here. Most likely. Come to start the final lap of round number 2.
Round 2 in F2 of PRL. Starts in the final lap then, as we have Jesse right behind Rogers, our championship leader in Jesse. Will he go for the move? He'll be wanting the move, surely. He's right behind him.
Oh, and Jesse is going
the outside. He's past him.
Like Jesse said last week, I would want it to win. Oh, Tim! That's surely... Rogers tried to finish. But like Jesse said last week, I want to win this on track. That's what Jesse said in China. I want to win it on track, not through time penalties. And that is what Jesse's trying to do.
He has to push though. Not long left of this race now. This is all falling to Limitless's hands.
As Limitless.
I don't think Jesse's going to be able to make the move do. He's right behind him though. Could he go for the move?
Jesse!
He's right behind him. Rogers gets another time
3 seconds. Come through the final corner. Limitless is going to win this race. And Jesse has been squeezed, and Rogers has just been spun round on the final 10. Temp comes across the line, and Temp is going to get P3 today.
So Temp's on the podium. We have Limitless, Jesse, then Temp, our top 3
Then BT Nuts for P5.
Yeah, BT Nuts will take P4 effectively, but P5 in the race.
Vidine in P. Lewis will be getting P8 with D-Mac P9, and I will invite the top 3 to the party.
Yeah. Top 3 drivers, if you're listening in, please do come and join us for an interview. I'll put a message in the chat.
Add players. Who was it?
Limitless, Jesse, and Temp.
I don't have. MX _ What's Limitless? MX
Limitless 01.
Who else?
Temp and Jesse. temp is temp-368350.
Three 368
368350. I will take a photo of the result.
Who else is it? Who's the final one? Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse.
Jesse formerly
Jesse Formula A1. Yep.
Formula 1. So Jesse dash
Jesse
Formula.
dash Formula 1.
And I've just invited him.
Here is temp.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
How's everyone?
Good, thank you. Well done, temp.
Thank you. Oh.
Relieved?
Yeah, there. If it wasn't for Rogers' time penalty, I wouldn't have got that podium.
Especially from yesterday. What happened yesterday?
Yeah, I know. I can't.
Is your voice settings on allowed to share? Welcome, Jesse. Who when you first you need limitless. And then make sure your voice settings are on allowed to share so we can hear you in the stream.
I'm pretty sure mine is.
Awesome.
I'll have a look. Yeah, it is. Oh my god.
If Limitless isn't here in a couple of minutes, we will start with...
Who was third?
Who was...
Temp.
Yeah, I was there. Wait, who won?
Limitless.
Damn, isn't he the one with hearts?
Yeah, he went hard
Yeah.
to the end. We thought you guys in the softs were going to overtake him. Yeah, it was a very good strategy from him, in fairness. We thought you guys in the softs were going to absolutely blitz him. But I think your tyres ran out towards the end.
My tyres are at 60% because they only used the ones from quali.
So we're going to start with... We'll start with Temp before Limitless gets here. So, well done.
Thank you.
How was that race for you?
A bit, you know, it's just a bit hectic really, not gonna lie.
Yeah. How did you
Especially
find the
changeover?
between inters and dries?
Yeah, it was hard at first with the softs. But then the track started to dry out a bit and it got quite a bit faster, but not a lot.
Yeah.
But
Are you happy
when I
with
went
your
into the pit
performance
lane, yeah, it was good, but I would have preferred to actually get a podium without a time penalty.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, I guess. Hello,
Limitless.
Hello.
Will got...
Yeah.
Will, do you have any questions for Temp?
How do you feel about Brazil next week?
Brazil. Oh, that's...
Oh yes. Oh yeah, I already asked you yesterday,
Brazil's the next track.
yeah, Brazil's next track next week.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
I don't know about that. It's going to be a hard one, I guess, because I haven't practiced a lot with Brazil.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see what races you can pull out before next week's races. But what I'm saying, you did well on not getting any time penalties. Did you have any strategies to yourself to be able to manage that? Or was it just driving cleanly?
No, I was just driving, like, cleanly, but as fast as I can, really.
Yeah. Well, it seemed to help you out because you did gain onto a podium position because of your time penalties that you didn't have. So well done.
So, thank you.
Next, we will go on to Jesse. How did you find that race? Yeah. Yeah, was it difficult at Austria with time penalties and track limits? Yeah, I can imagine being on those fastest tyres, you were pushing that car a little bit more than you were on the intermediates. Will, got any questions for Jesse?
No.
Well, it was a good clean race, Jesse. Well done on P2. Yeah, you were close. Yeah, we saw that across the line. He, yeah, kind of turned it into you, but luckily he had penalties, so you came above him anyway. But if he didn't have penalties, that definitely would have been looked at in the stewards. But well done. How are you feeling about Brazil next week? You looking forward to it? Good timing. Yeah. Well done today anyway on P2. As you will most likely stay in the lead of the championship. So well done. Limitless. Congratulations, man. What was your... Tell us why your strategy was soft hards instead of the 2-stop. What made you pick the 1-stop in the end?
Inter's hard.
Inter's hard, sorry. Yeah. Well, it certainly did. I think going for the 1-stop with the soft tyres running out of wear at the end, it just allows you an extra stop on track, and it means the drivers behind you, if they were going to get close, you had to overtake you on track. But yeah, good clean race as well. We thought you were going to finish the race without any penalties at one point. Yeah. Well, it was a good clean race in the end from you. Oh, right, so you were right on the edge at one point then. Will, got any questions for Limitless?
No, just how do you feel about Brazil next week?
Well, congratulations, Limitless, on the win, and congratulations to you three for being on the podium. And we will see you next time out in Brazil. So, thank you very much to everybody for tuning into the stream for PRL's second race here in Austria for F2. We'll be back next week with Brazil action in F1. We may have F3's race tomorrow at Austria. Depends if we have enough drivers for it, but if not, we will see you next week in Brazil. Thank you to all of our drivers, and thank you very much for watching the stream. Will, have anything to say?
No, just see you guys next time.
See you guys next week, and thank you for watching the stream.